Modern pop and hip-hop music quite often has a more noticeable pitch correction effect than most of the examples I've demonstrated so far. It's no longer just an editing task to clean up the tuning of a performance, but a vocal effect in its own right. In this video, I'll demonstrate how to achieve this effect and how to do some more surgical vocal tuning using the pitch tool, the pitch modulation tool, and the pitch drift tool. Let's give this a listen first with no vocal tuning whatsoever.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
Okay, so it's not terrible, but it definitely needs to be tightened up a bit. Much like you can edit pitch with the main tool, you can edit pitch with the pitch tool. And also, just like the main tool, you can double-click to set notes to their nearest detected note. You can also select multiple notes and double-click to set them all to their nearest detected notes. So all of that is built into the pitch tool, but there's one additional feature. If you hover over the far right side of a blob, you'll see this little icon. And if you click and drag up or down, you can adjust the pitch transition between notes. So if you click and drag up, this will create a longer transition. And if you drag down, it'll create a shorter transition. I'll come back to this toward the end of the video. So before I demonstrate the other two tools, I'm going to go through and do a pass and vocal tune everything in this performance. So I'm just going to go through and sort of double click on everything, make sure everything is staying in E minor. So right here we have a note F that's outside of E minor, so I'm going to pull that down to E and double click on it again. Here we have a note on D sharp, which is not in E minor, so I'll pull that up. And there we go. Let's give this all a listen.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless.
There's some weirdness going on here on this note, but we'll fix that in a bit.
Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
So overall pretty good, but there's some weird timing issues here. She's kind of swinging this note.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me.
And over here, there's a little bit of a natural swing as well. Let me just make this a bit more straight by adjusting the timing of these notes.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless.
This note, like I said before, is really off. It's got some weird pitch drift going on in there. We'll fix that using the other tools in just a bit. Same here, there's a bit of a weird pitch drift in there. So next up is the pitch modulation tool. What the pitch modulation tool does is it allows you to center the pitch of a note and get rid of any sort of natural vibrato on the note. So if you pull down, this reduces the amount of that natural vibrato or pitch waver. If you pull up, it will make more out of it. You can also double click to set this to 0 and make the pitch vibrato completely flat.
Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness.
That's cool if you want an intentional auto-tune effect, and you can double-click again to set it back to 100%. So I'm going to put this on all of the notes, but I'm not going to put it at 0%. I'll put it around maybe like 65%. I just want to tame the vibrato a bit and make things a bit more straight and streamlined sounding. Next up is the pitch drift tool. The pitch drift tool is very similar to the pitch drift slider in the correct pitch macro, except that you can affect the pitch drift even more. So this helps to center the pitch drift on the note better. If you have notes that sort of tail off like this, you can reduce this by clicking and dragging down, or you can make more out of it by clicking and pulling up. I'll go ahead and apply the dynamic just tuning to this, and let's give this a listen.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
Now, when you apply heavy vocal tuning, particularly with the pitch modulation tool, sometimes the transitions between notes can get a bit robotic sounding. It can start to sound like a synthesizer rather than a singer. So I find that going back to the pitch tool after using the pitch modulation and pitch drift tools can be really helpful to smooth out some of these transitions. In particular, these notes, na 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 na, the transition between the first two notes is getting kind of robotic. So what I'm going to do is apply a slower, longer transition to the back end of these notes to just make it sound a bit more natural.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, you got it bad, so bad, so bad.
So that's how you can use the pitch tools for even deeper, more surgical vocal tuning.